Hello everyone, my name is Tristan and I'd like to welcome you to our AMA here with our founders at Atera. I'm joined here today by our CEO, Gil, and our CTO, Oshri. Welcome guys.
Thank you, Tristan, and thank you everyone for joining us for this event. It's a very special day for us after 3 very rigorous years of working on Autopilot. We are launching it and we can't wait for your questions.
Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you, Tristan.
It's a pleasure. So we are monitoring the chat, so please do make sure to leave your questions there and we'll try to get through as many of them as we can. Now, our first question actually comes from our wonderful customer community. If you're not a member of our community already, please do join. Okay, so the question is this. How does this new solution, IT Autopilot, tangibly move the needle for MSPs and IT departments? Is it an evolution or a transformation?
Well, that's a great question. Like all questions from the community, it is definitely transformative. It is not evolutionary, and it's not only transformative, it's transformative to 3 different parts of an organization. It's transformative to the IT team, that suddenly 40% of all the load goes away, disappears. All this soul-crunching work that you hate to do, and it frees up the time for doing impactful, important work. It also does changes to the dynamics of hiring people, churn of employees, etc. It's transformative for the employee himself. Suddenly he has an IT professional with him 24/7, 365. Anytime he has a problem, he can engage with it, and 40% of the time, it will solve it there and then for him. And it changes this whole interaction between IT and employees and their efficiency. And it has it's transformative for the organization as a whole. The efficiency, the cost savings that are created by it are dramatic. So it's definitely transformative.
Fantastic. Now, Asha has a question. How do you keep Autopilot secure? Do you use my data to train it? Is it private?
So first of all, we don't use any of our customers' data for training, and that was the main reason why we chose Microsoft Azure for our partnership here. We are working on this closely with Microsoft over 3 years now. We follow all the best practices and all the AI latest and greatest, guidelines like responsible AI, etc. And we let Autopilot do only risk-free actions. Besides that, of course, we take security very seriously at Atera. We have amazing CISO team, and we have a big budget. Half of our time invest in securing the system. So we feel with the pressure, and we are doing a lot to secure our customers.
Great. No,
Fantastic. A really important question. Thank you for asking that. Aaron asks, as a tech who works in first-line support, is my job at risk?
Aaron, good question. Aaron, so first of all, you always have a job at Atera. No worries. But the answer is no. Autopilot has been in the field for months now, and we're already seeing the impact. And what we're seeing is very clear. Once 40% of this load is taken off Tier 1 engineers, suddenly technicians have time to start uplifting their capabilities, and they are turned into Tier 2 and Tier 3s. So this is the only movement we're seeing. And your job isn't in any danger, actually. And even if you think of AI in general, AI is going to free humanity to search and open new boundaries. So no risk there, and only uplifting of your job.
I would just add to that, Gil, that many of our customers, when we visit them and you know it, telling us that they have shortage in manpower.
True.
So that's actually one of the main things that we are trying to achieve here. You can do a lot more with less. And we saw this amazing partner of ours who've been in the beta program who told us he's the manager, the support manager, taking tickets all day long. So this frees up his time, so he can do much more, infrastructure, technical debt, security tasks. So
Much more strategic things.
yes.
Fantastic. Fantastic question. Caleb here asks, is this included if we already have the Copilot add-on, for all our techs?
Okay, so the answer is no. Copilot and Autopilot are separate products. Copilot is an assistant to the IT professional, a very powerful assistant, and Autopilot is an autonomous agent, separately priced. The way to get the details of the pricing is to sign up for a demo, and one of our experts will sit with you, understand the needs, the different parameters, and you'll get the detailed pricing there. The important thing to know is that there's now an early bird promotion for anybody that signs up until the end of June. So the faster you do that and sign up, you can secure your price and get the details in that meeting. And you can just sign up during this session.
Fantastic. So there's some configuration differences that can affect the pricing?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, perfect. Next question is from Israel Hernandez. Do technicians have settings in the admin tab in order to manage how and where end users use Autopilot? How can we integrate with Slack, and which other integrations does Autopilot have? That's about 3 questions, I think.
Yes, so actually we have a very big list of new admin settings for Autopilot, starting with the channel that you guys want to use when using Autopilot. It can be Slack, Teams, WhatsApp, email, or any other system that you guys use. You have settings like, I showed in a demo how to configure a script and connect it to Autopilot, but more than that, you have settings for whitelist a program, so Autopilot will be able to install it automatically. So you have also this part in there. There's a lot of built-in integration, Office 365 and Gmail and Google Drive and, you name it. So we worked 3 years on this project. There are a lot of integrations, and I think the power of Autopilot is the fact that it's connected not only to the computers, to the entire environment, and to the entire IT infrastructure. So it means that we know how to connect to Azure AD, manage the users, do actions on remote machines. We can also connect to, some very niche tools like SMTP toolbox to check if a domain exists or not. Things like that. It's connected to the entire IT infrastructure, just like a human technician would use.
Amazing. I've seen it in Slack and Teams, and it was so fluid, I have to say.
I'm going to add a small thing that we started to work on Autopilot in June of 2022, and we actually started working on a version called GPT-3 Private Beta. It was 6 months before ChatGPT went public to the world. We've been working on this for a long time and very, very hard.
Wonderful. Reese Brown asks, can you talk more on the last action that was featured with Autopilot demo with viewing the end user screen for specific use case issues?
Yes. So I mentioned it's a sneak peek. This is something that we are working on right now in our lab behind us. So we noticed that Autopilot is amazing by doing the connection to the environments like Azure AD, running scripts on the machine, doing actions on the infrastructure, but we have a blind spot. The blind spot is the user browser. When they need to do something in the browser, you must do a remote connection and help the user, move the mouse and click the right button. So this is exactly what we try to solve here. I'm not sure if we will take it all the way at the beginning by, clicking, like I showed how Autopilot release an email from the spam. Maybe we'll take it to another direction just to teach the user what to do. So if he opens the ticket and saying, I'm not seeing an email sent from my colleague, maybe Autopilot will guide him. You need to go to your spam box, click here, and guide him through to the solution.
Fantastic. Marcelo Lamoglia, apologies if I've mispronounced that, Marcelo. Any plans to add LLM to integrate to phone and create an autonomous IT analyst to answer based on previous knowledge?
That's a good question. We do have user voice. We have feature boards when you can, suggest new features and vote on them. We have a big list and big roadmap for Autopilot. We are working on amazing stuff, and it's a good idea.
Marcelo,
figure it.
drop us an email. Gil at Atera and Oshri at Atera. Let's talk. Let's understand the use case.
Excellent. Danny Guzman asks, as IT professionals, we completely see the benefit of AI Autopilot. Does/will Atera provide supporting documentation / training we can use for our customers to make them feel at ease about using AI in their organizations? Great question.
Okay, great question. So as part of the, after you purchase, part of the onboarding process, our onboarding team will work with you on how to onboard your end users, how to train them, how to make them feel comfortable with it. And the experience we have is after they experience it once or twice and see how beneficial it is, they start feeling very comfortable using it. But we do have a process there once you start onboarding, and the team will work with you on that, exactly how to deal with end users.
Fantastic. Great question, Danny. You're clearly a
great
problem
question.
solver. Okay. Arturo Meza Juarez. Absolutely got that right. I'm sure, Arturo, you'll agree. Does it work with Windows Server, Linux, Oracle DB, and third-party software?
So I mentioned the third-party software. We have a big list of built-in integrations, but we also do have a way to extend the capabilities to connect to third-party systems. We do it with our onboarding team. So every customer of Autopilot will get training session with our team. We'll configure everything. We'll take exactly the need from your company and implement it. Yes, we do support Windows Server. We do support Linux. We don't have support for Oracle DB at the moment, but maybe this is something that we can use our scripting mechanism to automate.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Feridun Amini asks, can you talk about more complicated hybrid cloud environments and what type of operations related tasks it could manage?
So I can give an example of one of the design partners who use Azure AD and Gmail with single sign-on a different departments and few locations around the globe. So we have some customers with a very complex environment, and we do have a multi-tenancy support for our MSP customers. But as I mentioned, we do have onboarding process. We take the customers step by step, configure everything so they get a perfect experience.
Might be important to add that Autopilot is here because of the infrastructure of Atera. So everything we have and built over the last 10 years in the Atera infrastructure, including 6 million agents in the field, is actually that support Linux, Mac, and Windows, is actually what makes Autopilot possible. So it's the combination of the two that actually are the features that Autopilot has.
Fantastic. Carl Clow it seems like he's getting ready to install Autopilot tomorrow. Is there a list of integrations we can see?
Yes.
So Kyle, you already get a discount just because you're already one step ahead of the pack here.
We will have all the materials in our website and in the documentation. You can see. I know that we already have all the relevant documentation in our support, knowledge base articles. So, yeah.
I'll keep on, guys. Whoever signs up for a demo, we've seen that somebody asked, how can you get a Oshri's t-shirt? So whoever signs up for a demo, Autopilot will send them a t-shirt autonomously. Just so you know. Sign up for a demo, get the t-shirt. So
there's a department somewhere now going, what?
Yeah, there are people 3 stories up here shouting. Yeah. What did you just do?
Esmail has asked a really great question. How about accessibility? Is this accessible to a blind technician?
Good talk.
That's a good one.
Yeah, really good.
It's a good one.
I know that Autopilot has the capability to use voice. So you can click on a button in Windows, F1, you get Autopilot widget inside of your Windows machine or Mac, and just talk to it, and it will reply.
Fantastic. Reach out to us. Maybe there's something we can do together. Okay. Kurt Zweck asks, will it handle hybrid AD environments?
So I guess yes, because that's exactly the situation I just mentioned about Azure AD with Gmail. And again, we can customize it for your needs. So just talk to us and we'll do it.
Fantastic. Any more questions out there, guys? Do remember to post questions in the chat.
Send us questions, guys. Any more questions from a T-shirt for the first questions we get now? The question can even be, what T-shirt can I choose, for example? Okay. Okay, here we have another question. If you go down the bit, guys.
Just down to the bottom, we'll have a look at this question. What we got?
A bit more down there so we can see it. Okay, great. So I'll read it out. Us techies are fine with talking to AI, but less techie people are not fine. So this is a great question. It goes a little bit to the previous one I answered, but it is true that us techies are, we jump into it, and as it came out, we started using ChatGPT, etc. However, the statistics today are that 400 million people use ChatGPT weekly. And that means that it's not only us techies anymore, it's everybody. And it's growing very fast. It's actually the fastest growing application in history. So on one hand, when you'll come to a company, a lot of the people you're going to engage with already experienced AI. They already know how it works. They know the benefits. Sometimes they interact with it too much. And it's going to get easier and easier as time goes by. And the second thing is what I discussed before is actually the onboarding process we have. And maybe I'll elaborate on that a little bit. But we, for example, enable you to give the AI a name. So one of our customers, almost everybody in the IT department is called Michael. So naturally, they called the AI Mike. And they told the whole organization, it's AI, but he's called Mike. And just like you're used to getting support from Mike from everybody, here you'll get support from Mike as well. And that kind of process where there's familiarity, it's streamlined into the process. You as a user just open a ticket, but first are engaged with the AI, makes it habitual, and people start using it. Okay, I think it's the last question.
There is one last question, which is where can we sign up? Well, I can answer that one for you. Sign up for a demo right at the top of the screen. Okay, right. Thank you so much for joining us on this AMA session today. And, of course, thank you guys for joining as well.
Thank you, Tristan.
Thank you very much.
And thank you, everyone, for joining us for this special day for Atera. Thank you. Thank you all.
Now, if we didn't get to your question, or you suddenly, like I do, you hang up and you think, oh, my goodness, I have so many questions I could have asked. Don't worry. We can still reply to them. So send a message and the people will get back to you over email, okay? Now, of course, another great place to ask a question is in a demo session. We have technical specialists that are going to be able to show you exactly how Autopilot works in the context of your use case. And of course, from that, we're going to be able to work out exactly what you need, and that question about pricing will be resolved as well. So please do book a demo. As Gil kind of mentioned actually about the Autopilot has a early bird special as well. So thank you all. Enjoy your session that's coming up, and have a good day.